Hi, this is Bird, and you're listening to the Hardly Heroes podcast.
We got ourselves an X-Men fan. Maybe a quarter of it happened, and not like this.
So, I have a little question to ask you guys. So,
sure.
A good friend of mine, Joey, we were hanging out at my house and we started reminiscing about old BMX bikes.
As you do.
We used to have and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I miss my old BMX bike. But when I had a GT Mach 1, was like the first like cool BMX bike I ever had.
I have no idea what that means.
I don't either.
Whatever. It was the GT Mach 1. It was a cool BMX bike.
How do you remember? I remember that I had a silver bike. That's what I remember. It was silver and it was a bike.
Oh,
I
no.
think mine was blue.
Oh,
Mine
okay.
was chrome.
Yeah,
well,
chrome.
whatever. I was super
Chrome.
into
I wasn't
BMX
lucky enough to have
biking.
a chrome. We all wanted chrome bikes. We all wanted it. One guy had a chrome bike, and once a week somebody would offer him some money. And I went to my parents and said, hey, do you think there's any chance I can take the frame of my bike and get it dipped in chrome?
Awesome.
And they're like, it's got to happen, right? You just got to go somewhere and dip it and be done.
Dip.
Yeah.
Just a dip.
Obviously, that never happened.
But
That's okay.
I always wanted a GT Thumper, which was a bike that, GT used to make, whatever.
Okay.
So my buddy Joey comes over on Tuesday, surprises me, bought me a GT Thumper from Craigslist. And this Saturday, we're going out downtown, BMX riding, hitting a bunch of bars.
You must suck a good dick.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
If you're good at something, might as well.
He said it was
do
an early birthday present, so I thought that was super dope. So
God, I need to make this
anybody
guy my
else
friend.
wants to go riding, I'll be out Saturday bar hopping.
The last time I remember using a BMX bike, it was my old silver BMX bike, and we took the wheels off and we took the chain
Oh,
off,
I remember that.
and we taped where the wheels go. We taped like towels around them, and we would jump on the trampoline with it.
Okay.
Because we started from using little skateboard, just the decks on the trampoline and like fucking around with it. And then we used the bike. And then the last time we used it, my friend Taryn was on it and he was jumping and he ripped a hole in my trampoline.
I could have guessed that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
I mean,
we were dumb.
Did this happen in Galt?
no, it
Okay,
was,
all right. I'm just saying, this sounds like a Galt thing.
it was
By the way, your voice,
close to Galt.
your voice is like a heavenly angel right now.
That's why I was gonna bring it up.
I just want you to serenade me.
Oh, Manny, how are you today?
We're gonna lose subscribers after this episode.
Smoke like 10 cigarettes
I did,
at the same
yeah.
time.
Which is weird because I stopped smoking 4 months ago.
And now you vape.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, oh my God, I sound horrible and I'm really sorry.
No, it's cool.
It's his old man voice.
So, did you ride the bike yet?
Yeah.
You went around the block or something?
Rode 2 days in a row. Every day when I get home from work, I go out and ride.
You just,
dear.
like ride around the block or what? Like
Ride
you have
around the neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
Just kind of cruising around, bringing it back old school.
That makes it the third bike you have? You have 3 bikes now?
I have 2.
And a
Oh, okay.
longboard.
I have
Oh,
Or two
and a
I have a
longboards.
long. Well, Michelle is a longboard. I have a longboard. I have a road bike. Michelle's a road bike, and then I got my BMX.
Oh, I think that's what I'm
GT
thinking of.
Thumper. Thanks, Joey.
And they've got their big boy cars too.
Yeah,
Other
Big
than,
boy cars.
yeah.
Yes, they do. Oh, cool.
yeah. So Saturday, if anybody wants to go, hit me up on Instagram.
Where are you gonna go riding? Same
Downtown,
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
hit a bunch of bars, just bar
Nice.
hop from place to place.
I'll take my car.
Yeah.
You won't show up. Neither of you will show up.
I'm gonna be in Paradise, California.
Oh,
Spending the time,
sounds glorious.
some time with in-laws. Yeah,
That doesn't sound that glorious.
it's not
Never
too bad
mind.
actually.
It's funny. I heard a funny joke today though.
What?
Yeah.
Why did the door go to the therapist?
Why?
Because it's unhinged.
Welcome to the Hardly Heroes Podcast.
High above the city, they shine in my spotlight. Commissioner on the rooftop, double H in the night sky. For the sidekicks we fight, for the right crosses we throw. For the ninjas we injure, revenge on our foes. From crime alleys to radioactive insects, genetic mutations. Weapon X rejects our infinite Ursa in crisis. Our wars are civil but secret. Here come Buddy, Manny, and Aaron, blaring through your speakers. Yeah, Hardly Heroes. It's clobbering time.
Welcome to the Hardly Heroes podcast. I'm your host, Buddy.
I'm Manny.
And I'm Horse.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are very hoarse.
Sound horrible.
Thanks.
The best part is the reason why he came in is he was like, I'm not letting them have another show without me.
Yeah, he was
That-
like, nope.
Yesterday, I probably couldn't have come in. Like if it was yesterday, I had no voice. Like I couldn't do this. There was
Wow.
just
That's crazy.
I had my daughter yesterday, and I was 10 feet away from her, yelling for her. She couldn't hear me.
Jeez.
So,
He's going to have no voice after the show.
yeah, probably.
Was she pointing at you and laughing hysterically?
Yeah, every time I talked, yes.
That's what I would do.
By the way, that joke was my daughter's.
Nice. We'll have to hire her as a writer.
Yeah,
Right.
There you go.
Said that this morning.
That's what. Real quick, that intro does not get old.
Yeah, I know.
It
I
is
was
awesome.
wondering how long that's going to take. Like, John's going to be like, okay, you guys can stop using that. now.
Hold
No.
on. What, John from work?
John from
Yes.
work. AKA
Super ugly.
Super ugly.
Local celebrity.
Local.
But what's kind of cool is, I don't know, that sparked kind of an interest. Another guy at work was like, man, I heard your new intro. I want to do an intro. And
Hey.
him and his buddy are talking about
this?
coming up with their own, Logan.
Oh, okay. Nice.
And I'm like, that's cool. And Black Goat's shown some interest too. So hopefully,
all do an intro. Who
yeah,
knows?
anybody that wants to do an intro will take.
Hey, we'll take
whatever.
anything they'll give us. More or
Yeah.
less.
I'll do my banjo cover. Not a rap.
That
Exactly.
was my banjo.
It was a good banjo.
Thank you.
I felt like it was in the studio.
In the studio.
Just like you feel like I'm not in the studio with this voice.
Studio.
It hurts to talk. It like hurts
Yeah?
physically. Yeah. It's great.
I love it. He's just like, I'm not giving up. There's no way they're doing another show
No,
without me.
and man, I know. I hope we get an emails about it because I know I sound horrible. Like I don't sound like
People are gonna be like, yeah, I tried to listen to it. I just couldn't get through it.
I don't
I don't
sound
think it
like
sounds that bad.
I don't sound like Sprinkles. I just don't. It's not the same.
He sounds like
I hope I don't get excited because I can't yell either. It like comes out as like a screech.
he's like,
I'm not the Jubilee.
Oh, that's great. That's amazing.
Yeah, that really hurt.
that was good.
Sounds like it did.
Oh man. So
Oh dear.
what do we have on the docket today?
Well, I wanted to
Manny?
ask you guys if you saw that picture of the Thor.
Oh,
the new Thor
yes.
Ragnarok.
With what's his eyebrows? Not the Hemsworth brother, the other guy from Independence Day.
Oh, well, they've shown 4 characters so far.
Yes.
And it was the front cover of Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah.
It shows Thor's new look as well as the girl from she's from Westworld. She played the
Which one?
Yeah, no.
The main girl.
the
No.
the black
Dolores?
chick. No.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot who the other character was, but then they showed Jeff Goldblum.
Come on.
Jeff Goldblum looks cool.
He looked interesting. I'd have to say more interesting than cool. I'm sure he's gonna fit right in.
That's what I'm saying. Is
I
once
was
you
like,
get him
wow.
in the, because that's just a picture. Once you put him in the world, I bet you he's gonna look cool.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't really like Thor's haircut.
Well, it fits into the story.
I guess it just.
I like Thor's new outfit.
Yeah,
I
he's
think he
got-
looks awesome.
No, yeah, the outfit's good, but I'm just like I like long-haired Thor. Like that's what I liked.
He's short-haired. He doesn't have the normal armor, and he's rocking 2 swords instead of the Mjolnir. So
It looks like
What?
a shield.
Mjolnir.
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 What is it? It's Mjolnir holding me.
Oh, there's another one of those. Did you know that? There's a second
I
one.
haven't seen it, but yeah.
Oh,
I
haven't
haven't
seen
seen it
that
yet
either.
either. We're gonna have to watch that.
Yeah,
I
it's
totally
a
forgot to
follow-up
watch that.
to him and what is it, Dave
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
or
I
Greg or
heard
something?
that they might put him in the movie.
No way.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my god, it's like a little cameo.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
actually might be kind of
Yeah.
funny.
So
Send a raven.
So I don't know. I want to see Jeff Goldblum in the movie because it's
I love Jeff.
kind of
Goldblum.
look like David Bowie, like shit all over him. Or
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. So
It's like David Bowie's child.
Oh.
I read a tweet that said, "Nothing can make Jeff Goldblum unfuckable." And I was like, I didn't know he was like a
People love him.
sexual
yeah.
icon.
Oh yeah.
People are all about him. He's got this weird like cult following of how
And he's always so laid back. You know
Yeah.
what I
Well, he's
mean?
got that slow way of talking
Exactly.
where he it takes him 15 minutes to finish one
Remember him
sentence.
spitting game in
Well,
Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Life finds a way.
Oh,
that's that.
no, I like that they're changing up his costume. I think it's kind of cool, giving us a new look.
Yeah, I think I'm really excited for this Thor. I've always been a fan of the. You can take it, yeah.
Well, thank you.
How generous.
I've always been a fan of the Thor movies, and now they're saying that they're going to. The director is saying that he wants to tap into Chris Hemsworth's funny side, his comedic side. We've seen it in other movies, and I feel like even though we did get the sarcastic, joking Iron Man, we didn't really get to really laugh at the characters until Thor.
Yeah.
I felt like Thor was really making fun of itself.
Yeah, it was self-aware that, yes, here's this guy that talks very strange, and we all know it. And, it made fun of itself, and it was fun.
Yeah,
And
it was good.
It was fun, and it was serious at the same time, and it was really good.
So, and then we've got, what else? Oh, so 2 movies that didn't do very well. It was the Vacation movie. Did you guys see any of that?
With the guy from
the
The
latest
Office?
one? Ed
Harris?
Helms? Ed Helms?
Oh my God.
that-
I've heard it was really funny, even though it didn't do
It's
that
got
great.
its moments, but I wouldn't say it's like
Really?
it's
Okay.
got its moments. It definitely has its moments.
I didn't see it, so I
The
don't know.
one part that's cool is where you see the family truckster.
I don't know what that
Well-
Metallic P.
Okay, if you say so.
The kids, the dynamics, the relationship between the kids is really funny. One of them is always trying to kill the other one. Chris Hemsworth is this like super rich Texan, and he's just like walking around in undies all the time. And his part was actually pretty funny.
His part was pretty funny.
You remember it? Yeah, you saw
I
that.
saw it.
Yeah.
I think, and it's hard for me because the original is one of my
Sure.
favorite movies.
Right?
good.
Yeah, that's
And them trying to recapture it wasn't that funny, but Chris Hemsworth was really funny because he's like, just like
Yeah.
this like sculpture of a
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? He's all buff and like this Superman's man, and then you got I forgot the actor's name.
the main character.
Yeah.
Ed, I think it's Ed Helms, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, Ed Helms is like this scrawny man that nothing's
Yeah.
going right.
Oh, dear.
And his wife's like, God damn it! Like, I wish I could get a piece of that ass. You know what I mean? It's good.
I was dying when they're in the car and the older kid sees the girl and he's kind of starting to dream about her, to, like kind of doze off, and then the younger kid throws the bag over his head. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that part was pretty funny. I mean, it had its moments. Nothing will ever beat the original Vacation.
Of course not. No, it doesn't even come close. But
Not even Vegas Vacation.
But I did like how they showed the family truckster.
yeah.
I did watch Christmas Vacation. We talked about that.
Yeah, you finally watched it. That's
Shitter's
awesome.
full.
Shitter's full. Shitter's full.
Somebody had that shirt. They had a shirt where he's got, like the hose in the what is that? The drainage?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
The sewer,
yeah.
like gutter,
Yeah.
and it just said "shitter's full," and I'm like, "That's fucking amazing."
That's awesome. And then he had Chris Hemsworth had a small part in Ghostbusters as the
I didn't.
receptionist.
Did anybody see that?
I
No.
did. I've actually seen it
You're
more
the
than once.
one.
Yeah.
You're the one that saw it.
I was about to say
It's on like
you never
HBO
told me
now,
that.
so
Yeah,
I
it
just
is.
kind of I watched it once. I
How
think I
bad?
rented it. It
1 to 5.
I heard it wasn't horrible, but it's not great.
I would call it a 1 to 5. The scale's not big enough. I would say if it's between 1 and 10, I would give it a 4. And
Okay.
the production value was great. I loved the colors. I even liked the characters. What's her name from SNL?
Melissa McCarthy?
No, the other one.
Kristen Wiig.
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon. They're all from fucking
Yeah,
Saturday
I'm sorry.
Night Live.
I'm sorry. I don't ever really
Jesus,
watch
she sounds so
SNL.
I hate
Yeah.
you.
Kate McKinnon was the best fucking part of the movie. She was the
Yeah,
best part of the movie.
That's everybody said that.
Yeah. Colors were beautiful. I loved how the ghosts looked, but the way they put that together, ripping off the original one without giving it any real props or even trying to change it for the better. It was awful. Like they had their own version of the
Pillsbury Doughboy or
the
whatever.
Marshmallow Man.
Oh, yeah. Pillsbury
Stay
Doughboy.
Puft Marshmallow Man. Yeah, and it was basically not the Marshmallow Man, but the logo, the ghost logo, turning into that.
Really?
Just turning into
Oh,
a big
dear.
fucking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was fucking lame. And it's like, how are you gonna take the best parts of the movie and not do them
Yeah,
even close?
Yeah,
not
like-
do them right.
Yeah.
You have a template. Just use that template.
I've seen it on TV. I won't watch it.
The cameos of all the
ones.
older actors were pretty bad too. They were.
Oh,
awful.
yeah?
Yeah. They did a bad.
They could have done a cool way of redoing it, of almost like what the guys did originally was still around, and then everybody started like their own Ghostbusters in bigger cities like Los Angeles.
That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, and it's not like those women aren't funny. Like that's most of the cast of Bridesmaids, and Bridesmaids is funny.
Yeah.
Well, they all are women A-listers in comedy,
comedy, yeah.
comedian.
Like I love Kristen Wiig and Kate McKinnon is the funniest thing on Saturday Night Live.
She is kind of worth watching in that movie. She's funny.
Yeah.
It's like when
I've heard it's really random and funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They lost a buttload on that
they
movie.
did, and it's too bad.
Did we talk about the Tron reboot?
No, I thought they killed it.
No, it's happening.
Is it happening now?
With Jared Leto?
Reboot, like not a
Total
sequel.
reboot
Okay.
with Jared
What?
Leto. Yeah, not a sequel. It doesn't go off of the last movie with Olivia Wilde and whatever the guy's name was. Jeff Bridges won't be in it, but I'm excited. Hey, the more Tron, the better.
I'm definitely excited for more Tron. I'm a little sad that we're not going to get Jeff Bridges back anymore.
Or
Yeah,
Daft
me
Punk.
too.
Or Daft Punk, which
Right?
they were the
Ooh.
best.
That
I
was
mean,
the
I
best part of
loved.
this. God.
I loved Tron. What was it? Tron Legacy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved Tron Legacy, but they were the best fucking part of that,
That
movie.
was super dope.
They made that movie just by their sound. It was amazing.
Yeah,
I think that was our number one.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the
soundtrack
only time
altogether.
it's
We all
ever
have- yeah.
happened.
We all-
From episode 16.
Oh, there you go.
Wow,
Yeah.
those are deep cuts.
Oh, that's fun.
But yeah, sorry, I wasn't sure if we talked about it, but that was a news that I saw.
I love Tron.
It's really good. The old one doesn't really hold up that well, but
I still like it though.
But
But
it's
I'm
good. Yeah, no,
it's
it's good.
nostalgic
Yeah.
more than anything.
throwing their frisbees around.
Yeah. Did we all watch Logan? We did watch Logan. Yes. Okay.
I watched it
All
on the
right.
same day. I just couldn't go out with you guys. Some
Oh,
stuff
you
happened, and I couldn't go out in the morning.
Dude, we went to the new Cinemark.
Yeah.
In Hardin. It is amazing.
Really?
You haven't been there?
No.
I didn't even know they had all those lazy boys and shit.
The best part was I told Manny, I was like, this place is dope. And he's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, dude. And he's like, man, I can't believe we got to buy our ticket. So we buy them.
Yeah.
And
pretty
a sidekick went with us, Bird.
Bird.
I've heard that's the word.
It is.
Yeah, it is the word. And so we all went there. And I'd been there before I saw John Wick. But we get in there and Manny was like, oh, I got to grab something. I think he went and grabbed popcorn.
I went to the restroom. I
went
had
to
go
the
use
restroom. So it
Oh,
was-
he had to go and grab his dick.
yeah, exactly.
Grab my
So
dick, yes.
it was Robin, myself, and Bird, and we're sitting up top, and you see Manny come in like staring, doesn't know where to go, and the lady kind of points him, and he's like staring at the seats, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Like I didn't know if he realized if it was the whole theater, and then he gets
I
there,
didn't know.
and he's like, "Holy shit! All these
Like
have
we all
recliners."
get one, and it's like,
Is this the theater that was the domes before?
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Arden? Oh, yeah. I want to go to that one.
It is so badass.
it was nice. Robin said she doesn't want to watch another movie anywhere else again.
Wow.
And she says that she may even think about watching movies on Friday and Saturday nights with me now.
hello.
Yeah.
Which is perfect because it's right down the street from my house.
Yeah. Oh,
So
yeah.
if we go, it would be nice. It's super close to me, and we can all meet up. But what's cool is they serve beer, and food and
Yeah.
ice cream and stuff.
Hello.
Yum.
If I would have known that, I would have just ditched my wife and gone.
I know, right?
Come on.
Very spacious. Don't feel like we're fighting for the armrest.
No.
It didn't even feel like you really wanted to use the armrest because you just had that big chair. But I also kind of felt like, and I don't know if it was because of Logan, but it seemed like everybody was more focused on the movie. And nobody was ever really talking or anything. And I almost feel like maybe because the chairs are so wide, you're sitting further apart from people. You're less likely to talk. I don't know.
And I feel you're much more comfortable because as soon as you recline back,
Oh, yeah.
I'm totally comfortable. I mean, I move side to side a little bit, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like in a normal theater where I got to like sit up because my back's like killing me because
Right.
I've been sitting in one position too long.
No, definitely not. No, I thought it was very comfortable.
Oh, so spacious.
I can't wait to go watch another movie there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go see Lego Batman, but
Yes, we haven't
Yeah.
seen that
nobody
one yet.
wants to go see it.
I want to see it.
You've seen it?
No.
I I want to see it too.
We
but
should all go see it.
I have no time this weekend.
All right, so are we doing
Logan.
from 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 on
Oh,
what
we were going back that.
rating it?
1 to 1,000,000
Ooh.
Whoa.
is really broad.
You want to do 1 to 10?
Yeah, let's do 1 to 10.
All right, 1 to 10. I want both as a superhero movie and as a non-superhero movie. Remember, Rhodey
I got another one.
made a big old
Yeah,
fuss
yeah.
about
I
it.
got another
Okay.
one. We'll do.
All right.
I mean, we're gonna do 3. It's gonna be a little convoluted, but superhero, non-superhero, and X-Men movie.
Oh yeah, I like
Okay.
that. So who
Sorry.
wants to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
So as a regular movie, I give it a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I thought it was different.
Uh-huh.
Nobody's done it before. It was fun. I thought it was very cool how they shot it, how it was rated R. I liked all of that. As a superhero movie, I give it an 8. I like that it was different.
Okay.
I like that we hadn't seen anything like that in the beginning.
Sure.
It was just full on action. Just
Yeah.
it brought you right in, and it was gory as shit from the beginning.
Yes.
And just so you guys know, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler.
We're gonna be talking the shit out of
breaking
this
this movie down. And the last one is an X-Men movie.
10.
10. Best X-Men
It's a
movie it's
goddamn
ever
10.
done.
Yeah.
Let's just spoil all of our. It's a 10.
Yeah,
has
it was
to be.
the best X-Men movie that they've done. Now, the first one always will hold a special place because it was numero uno. It was different.
But we can look back and say, yes, it was the late 90s, and we weren't ready for a colorful superhero movie, and it didn't look like the effects aren't as good back then. Period.
So, I don't know. I'm not going to dip into the movie yet about all the stuff about it. I didn't know if you guys want to give all your reviews first or if you're going to dip in.
I could, but I kind of feel like I want to explain why I'm giving it to him.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so what do we say? This first is superhero movie?
Yes.
Superhero
Or no, it's a regular movie.
As a regular movie,
Yeah.
I'd give it a 9.
Yep.
Ooh.
As a what was the next one? Superhero movie?
Yeah.
I give it a 6.
Wow.
Oh.
And as a X-Men movie, I give it a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I give it a 9.5.
Oh.
And I'll explain that once everybody, I guess,
Okay.
kind of gets it.
Aaron's
So-
got notes.
No, I'm just writing down so I don't forget. So I'd say regular movie. I did like it a lot, and I don't know how good this cast is going to be because we all really liked it. I'm guessing.
Yes.
I give it an 8.5 for a regular movie. Basically, an 8.5 to a 9 for a superhero movie, and a 10 for an X-Men movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we all agree that it's a good X-Men movie.
Yes, definitely.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No.
For the reason I'm giving it a 10 for an X-Men movie is because they did something in this movie that they've never done, and they didn't do spectacle. They did character focused.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't all people moving shit around and looking at them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you don't see Colossus just in the air holding his arms up or Magneto.
Yeah.
It was a story about people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I liked it, and that's why I like it as a regular movie too, because it's a serious movie about people, and it holds a special place in my heart because with Professor X, he's losing his mind, he's losing his memories, and like I can relate to that. So it's fucked up, and I loved it. So
Awesome.
I like the beginning, like how he's sleeping in that
Yeah.
in the limo, and he wakes up and it's those guys, and he just full on gets into the action where he starts slicing and dicing like 2 minutes into the movie, and you're like, holy shit! Like he's cutting people's arms off, like going through their heads. Like it was like, man, this is what I've wanted. Carnage, like him just owning people.
I'm definitely I'm definitely glad that they finally took the step to go to a R-rated movie. This movie deserves to be made without any restrictions. I read an article from the director that talked about why he enjoyed making an R-rated movie, where it's not because he's allowed to do all the violence he wants, but you're allowed to tell the story in a certain voice where instead of you're trying to appeal to a more general audience, you can talk normal, like normal people. Normal people say fuck. Normal people want to kill people sometimes, even though they don't have claws and actually do it.
And with the character of Wolverine, like, this is a character who you can just see Wolverine fucking cusses.
Yeah.
Like, he says fuck, and he is violent. And this is the first film we've seen Wolverine be as violent as he should be.
My thing that I really liked about him was, what was so cool in this movie is he was almost normal. Like, he had those day-to-day struggles, you know, struggling with money,
Had a job,
struggling, with drinking, had a job. He was so relatable in this movie, where in any other superhero movie, nobody's really relatable. You know, like, even Deadpool is a great movie, but as he's this killer and, like, contracted out, like, that's not...
That's a good point. Yeah, definitely. They brought the movie back down to earth and just kind of made it more realistic versus like what Aaron said, people floating through the sky and having their hands up in the air. I kind of felt like this is the best Wolverine as a character. It's unfortunate. I feel like it's when a band that you like is breaking up and the last performance that they give is the best fucking performance they have.
Oh, yeah.
And I've seen that multiple times, and I feel like this is the Wolverine we should have had the whole time.
Yeah.
Having somebody, like Aaron said, that's violent, that cusses. He has blades on his hands. He can do nothing else but tear through flesh with them. And
Really?
for the past 17 years, we've been seeing them hide in the back of, back of objects and...
or like he
or
stabs
quick,
somebody and it goes through them in the wall so you don't see behind it.
Right.
And there's no blood.
No blood. Never any blood. Yeah, and you rarely actually ever see him actually put the blades into somebody before this.
Yeah.
It's like maybe once, twice in a movie.
He would put it in their chest, but they'd be laying down so you wouldn't see it.
Exactly.
One of the parts I really liked where he tries to get out the claws and he can't get it out all the way.
Kind of it's old, right? It's
Yeah,
like
and he's pulling it out.
He's got to pull it out. Oh,
I just thought it was so cool. It made him, almost like a real man. Not, I mean, obviously he still wasn't, but he had like all these scars and like he wasn't healing right. And the other mutants, like, something is wrong with you. Like, you smell.
Yeah.
Like, saying something is like definitely wrong. And he was vulnerable, where in all the other movies, he was indestructible. You just.
Well, yeah, it was a perfect way of telling the story of somebody that has all these abilities, but how they're now working against him. They're not allowing him to die. His fucking body's starting to break down, and he's got all these scars. He doesn't heal as fast. It's almost like it has truly become that curse that everybody was talking about. It's like,
and the part of like everybody he's ever cared about is gone. You know what I mean? Like, and they talk about the X-Men, like when she has the comic book. And he's like, most of this shit was made up, and it irritates him, and all the people are like, oh my God, you're Wolverine. I can't believe it. And he's just like, dude, there's a part of my life I don't want to talk about, and I don't want to remember.
I'm a limo driver. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
It was just so badass. And Professor Xavier.
Bravo. Yeah, definitely.
His performance was just spot on. Really
that
good.
fucking scene in the car where he's taking the pills.
Yeah.
And he's like, let me see that you took him. He's like, ah.
Yeah.
And he's got his tongue out. And then the bathroom scene where he goes to have him take a piss.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't do it while you're watching.
Oh, dear.
It was funny to see that character funny and being a little goofy. You never got that before in any of the other movies.
To watch this character, to watch Patrick Stewart be able to play this distinguished professor.
Yeah.
Go from this professor that everybody looks up to this old grumpy old man. I think it really shows his depth of acting and taking this comic book character, that's me putting quotes up in the air, comic book character, and creating like a true story that you actually you have feelings for. You actually feel for what he's going through.
Yeah, and how crazy he was getting in the end, like where he's just in that that fallen
water
like
tank- the
water
water tank,
tower,
yeah.
and he's just like riding around, and he's just like
Screaming,
losing
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I just remember watching. I'm like, no, like who are you? Like you are the ultimate mutant. Like you always have a plan. You always know what to do. And Logan's just sitting there like taking care of him. It was just
Sad. It's really
Yeah.
fucking sad.
It was just cool to see that they went in an entirely different direction, and he was helpless. Like that casino scene when they're in the casino and like, oh my,
Seeing Wolverine just stab people really slowly while everybody's
was
frozen.
and seeing the guy's eyes
Yeah.
that he was about to stab. Like no, no,
Yeah,
no.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
That was
even
crazy.
that the
That's a crazy
slowest
scene.
deaths ever. He was just
Yeah.
meh. It was awesome. It
What
was
do you think
really
about the
great.
girl?
She was fucking amazing.
Yes,
The little girl, Daphne Keen.
Keena,
Keen.
Got it.
I thought she was amazing.
Yeah.
I don't like watching a whole lot of movies with children in it
No.
because I usually think they ruin it. It's not their fault. They're not developed enough to be great actors,
Yeah, they don't have the experience.
but she blew me the fuck away.
Her voice was so annoying.
Really?
I was glad that they did not have her talking the whole movie.
I was surprised. I'll tell you this. I was surprised first that I should have known that she would only speak Spanish.
yeah.
But it was, her high pitched Spanish speaking voice was really, I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny too. I liked it.
But yeah, it was, I thought it was really good. And for how young she is, she pulled off that role very well. Like you said, not many kids can do that. And I haven't been impressed by kid actors like that. There's only been a few. Her and that one girl from Game of Thrones that plays.
yeah, she's really good.
She plays Sirius
There's
really good.
very
but there's
small
not
What about
handful.
Stranger Things?
those kids. But those kids are playing kids.
That's true.
I'm talking about kids playing serious. Like she has to be serious, and there's not many kids that can do that. And yeah, no, this girl did it really good, and I actually hope they bring her back for a spin-off.
I hope so too. I think that she's so far has played one of the best X-Men in all of the movies so far. She's
really
been the
good.
most impressive to me.
And her choreographed scenes for fight scenes
Man.
were really good. I was
Yeah.
really surprised. I was like, man, it's probably going to look really dumb, this little girl like taking down all these
Sure.
guys, but it was actually really good.
It was nice.
But that casino scene was really badass. But, I mean, we got to talk about it.
Oh.
The freaking scene at the farm was brutal as fuck.
Which I don't.
So we're talking about the one where the villain ends up the true villain shows up.
No, where the family...
Oh yeah. That's where.
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
I was just like, holy shit, this
That's some
family
crazy
that took him in, and Professor's like, this is the best day I've had in years. And fucking just everybody dies.
I that's another thing that I liked
Sure.
about it is that they didn't hold back any punches. They were like, this is gonna be a sad fucking movie, and there's nobody that's gonna get out of here feeling good about what just happened. And
yeah.
They said we're going all the way. We're going full violence, everything.
And then the little girl, how she has the kid's like iPod
Yeah,
or
the iPad.
iPhone.
Yeah, it was a
And I
nice
was
little
like,
iPod.
oh shit.
Yeah,
But
I'm
that
surprised
scene
we
was
haven't
brutal.
heard. I'm surprised we haven't heard any type of backlash with how they use a child in such a violent movie.
But before we go on, can I talk about this? So when you guys went, and we've talked about etiquette, and I probably should have brought this up in the beginning.
Actually, we brought up movie etiquette
Well,
when you
when I
weren't
wasn't
here.
here.
Yeah.
So because I did go on the Saturday, I went at night. I went at like 9 o'clock.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
There was a handful, probably, I'm going to say 6 or 7 5-year-olds at this movie.
Why?
Whoa.
And because, dude,
I bet you it's because there's a girl in
man,
it.
and you know,
think so?
everything that's been promotional about it that I've seen has been like, you see huge rated R violence.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just sitting there like, and there was at least a 4-year-old. I know that. And I'm just
That's
like, why?
crazy.
I have a 7-year-old stepson. I didn't bring him.
No.
I wouldn't.
That's way too violent.
I think like it depends on the kid, obviously. Like, but like 13, maybe depending on the kid. That's maybe and like,
Yeah,
If
movie
they
is
had like a
super
decent
violent.
head on their shoulders,
That's what
like
I'm saying.
you're cool, right? You're not like looking like you're gonna
exactly.
want to go
I'm
and
just like
kill
really,
somebody.
Really, a 4-year. It was a 4. I had a 4-year-old once, and that was a 4-year-old. It was a very little kid, and I'm just like, what the hell?
That's so weird.
It was so
That's crazy. There was no kids in when we went.
No, definitely not. And we actually went early in the day.
So are we going to talk about why the X-Men are gone?
Okay, so they mentioned it it was like a radio. You only hear it like on the radio, right?
Because I did my research and I know it. I know why.
Okay, so we know that was Professor X that did it.
Yeah, he killed I think he killed like 600 people, and most of the X-Men were in that.
Yeah. So they seem to have put some comic book stories together to create that. Because in Old Man Logan, it was him who killed everybody. It was Wolverine, yeah.
Well, yeah, and they changed a lot because this is not Old Man Logan comic.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be, but they kind of just took the look of Old Man Logan.
I'm not going to get into it because I know we're going to get into it, but the main villain isn't that main villain is made up for this movie. Not been. I was going to
look that up because there has been other Wolverines.
Not like this. The only one that's like this is a robot. And this is not a robot.
Yeah.
This is a clone.
This was a clone.
Now,
what
I wanted to bring up, since you're touching on the other Wolverine, is Manny said something perfectly when the movie ended of who the villain should have been. And the second he said it, I was like, that would have made the movie fucking amazing.
Okay, so here's the thing: is that I thought maybe we would get it. We've been talking about how much we like it and what we like about it. Now I thought maybe we'd get into a little bit of the cons because I do have some issues with the movie.
Okay,
and the reason why I gave it the score it did as a superhero movie, I loved what was happening, but it didn't feel like a superhero movie. There is a sort of campiness, even with the most serious comic book movie. There is a sort of campiness. They couldn't go that route. They did not want to go that route. Therefore, I feel like they kept themselves a little limited on plot development and introducing a couple more characters. And what Buddy's talking about is when I came out and I said,
"Okay,
I thought Lieb Schreiber was going to walk out of there as some sort of evolved Sabretooth, being like, he's back, let's wrap all this shit up, kill your own brother just before you die yourself, and then that would have been it."
Wouldn't have that been freaking awesome? I thought that was so cool. I
want to say I read something that in the original thoughts for this movie,
it was supposed to be that.
He was going to be in it. He wasn't going to be the villain, but he was going to be in it. He was going to make a cameo.
I would have liked to see that.
Oh, I thought that would have been so awesome.
That first Wolverine was awful.
But did you notice there was one person that wasn't in this movie that's been in every other Marvel-centric movie?
Stan Lee.
Yes.
He
wasn't in. He filmed a scene for this, but they cut it from the theatrical version.
Oh, interesting.
So I bet it'll be in the DVD, but I bet it'll be in the casino.
I hope so. Oh, I hope they put it back into the movie.
Yeah. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I wonder why they did that. Did they say what the scene was?
No, I haven't read anything what the scene, but I bet it's in the casino. If I had to guess, he's probably an old man in like a scooter at the casino. But yeah, they cut it from the movie. I thought that was I don't know because yes, it's little parts, but he's been in no matter what it is, Fox, Sony, Marvel, he's been in every one for 15 years.
Yeah, he has.
And this is the first one that he hasn't been in. I know it's not a big deal, but it's weird.
It is kind of weird, yeah.
But anyways, I thought
so I would have liked to see a couple more characters. Just even if they didn't have to be. You even said, what if it was Omega Red? Yeah, it was a version of him. I'd have been like, oh shit. But I know, thinking about Omega Red, he's such an over the top character. It wouldn't really fit.
What is that?
Omega Red is. I've got the toy right here.
He's right back there.
The Russian guy with the blonde hair, and he's got the tentacles that come out of his hands.
Oh, yeah, I know.
He was big in the Fox 90s cartoon as well. He was in there. And then go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was going to say the other thing that I was a little bummed about was this whole talk through the whole movie that he was dying from some disease, and they made it feel like it was a bit more mysterious than it really was. And
not a disease.
And it was just the fucking adamantium.
That's it.
And they didn't really talk about that. Like, they didn't kind of slap you in the face with it. It was just kind of, if you knew the comic books, you knew exactly what it was.
And they didn't tell you that this little girl's going to be fine because she only has adamantium claws. It's not through her whole body.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that little girl's fine. She'll be fine. She's not going to be like him. She does have adamantium, but just the
Just in her
four
hands.
and her hands and her feet, which were the most badass things ever.
Oh, the feet.
I was a
part.
little scared about the feet thing, but I think they pulled it off okay.
They used it good. They didn't overdo it. And
That's what I was worried about. They were going to overdo it, and you're like, no, don't do it.
But yeah, the girl's going to be fine. She doesn't have it in her bones. She's just like Logan in the beginning before the adamantium, but she just has adamantium in her hands.
Bugged me about the movie was the kids, all the rest of the mutants.
Yeah.
They did nothing. Like that whole scene.
They waited way too long to start fighting back. Like you finally saw Richter move the ground. Richter was the lead kid.
Yes.
He is a main X-Force character.
Yes.
In X-Force in the comic books. And of course he's the same age as the rest of them, but he's a kid in this one.
Yep.
But and then they waited until they got captured to finally start using their own.
Like when they were running, I'm like, dude, start using them.
And I could see, okay, so they're kids, they're scared, whatever, but like she seemed like she was ready to start fighting the second she came out.
Well,
why aren't they all the same wired? Why are
think
the same
about in the beginning scene when she first meets Professor Xavier and Logan and stuff, and she's eating the cereal.
Oh my god,
that look in her eyes. She's just like, come any closer, like it's on.
She's like, I gotta fuck these guys up.
The entire movie, she was ready to fuck shit up, but in that scene, she's scared.
I really want these fucking Cheerios. Can you just wait?
Yeah.
Let me
It was
eat
Frosted
the fucking...
Flakes.
Oh, sorry.
Or no, it was cornflakes.
You're right, Kellogg's Frosted. Kellogg's
It was
cornflakes. Yeah.
cornflakes. Sorry.
And we all know that, and did they make it obvious enough that all those kids were clones of X-Men?
Yes.
I guess.
Because that's what they're insinuating is that, yes, there was an ice kid, there was a fire kid from X-Men Origin Wolverine, Charlie from Lost. He controlled electricity. There was that kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those were all clones of X-Men that were dead.
Yeah, it's just I wish they would have used their powers earlier. I wish that the stuff I forgot what they call it that Logan uses, the green stuff.
Yeah, that serum that he shoots himself up with.
If that would have lasted longer, because it was literally him catching up to them, and that was
that
it.
bummed me out.
That was so awesome. I was like, oh, cool. 5 minutes of him running and then doing a fight, and then it's over.
That bummed me out. I thought he was going to kind of just hold on to that for a little while longer. And
like a little berserker, 20-minute berserker mode, but it was like a 3 to 5. I say 5 minutes, but I bet it was like 2.
It was cool, though, to see Hugh Jackman play that role one last time and seeing him like everything he had to fight that last fight and just like barely making it. But all right.
One more thing about that ending. I thought that it was it seemed pretty risky, and I'm glad they did it. But the way Professor X died, they didn't really give him a very good send off. They were just like,
boom, dead.
You die and bye.
When it happened, I was like, no, you are not killing him right now.
He just kind of faded away.
You kind of knew it was going to happen, right? But not like right in the middle of the movie. Not in the middle, but
and his claws just went through his chest. I was like, no.
Slowly just and then he just faded away at the back of the truck. Did he get the idea that it wasn't Wolverine that did that, or did he die thinking Wolverine killed him?
I think he knew. With how smart he is,
and with how he looked, he did look dramatically different than the real Wolverine.
By the way, seeing Hugh Jackman as the younger Wolverine, I was like, he could play this character for another 10 years.
Come on.
Oh, shit.
I was like, God damn, that guy looks good,
dude.
Oh yeah, seeing him in interviews, I'm just like, you look better than I ever have and ever will be. Yeah. What the hell? What are you, 55?
I like to think I still have time when I see somebody like him.
A tear came to my eye when they buried Wolverine.
The cross
and the kid was holding the action figure. I was like, oh my God.
They turned the
I did when they made the cross and X. It was that was.
But the kid's just holding it, and I'm like, God damn, that is a badass action figure.
Well, and then I think when they just end the movie there, and I'm like, thank you for not doing something super corny and trying to tie it back so everybody doesn't have to leave the theater all sad. Leave it like that. Give us this
It was
feeling.
done.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good thing because of what we talked about. What's that? X-Force? What did you say?
Yeah. X-Force. Yeah.
They're in Canada. That's a Canada-based
Yeah.
and I think they left it ambiguous, so maybe they want to do that. They want to do that X-Force. And yeah, is X-Force the Canadian X-Men, or is that they're two different? Because there is a Canadian X-Men.
I don't remember actually.
Jubilee's in it. I know that.
Yeah.
She's a big character actually in Old Man Logan. I don't know if you know this. Jubilee, big character.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
The Jew.
Okay. So let me see. We've got. Did you have anything else to say? I thought you
No,
were
I'm pretty
hanging on.
much done.
Okay,
can't
so
think.
I want to
Yeah.
do some fun facts.
Fun
Let's do some
facts.
fun facts
Do
about
we-
this here.
Do we have a little thing for fun facts on your little soundboard there? We haven't used
Maybe
it.
like that? No.
Fun
It
facts.
sounds like I got something right on Jeopardy.
I lost on Jeopardy.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, that's a Weird Al song.
You're a Weird Al song. All right. What's the fun facts, Manny?
Fun facts.
Whatever.
Patrick
Sounds
Stewart.
like he's 13 years old going through puberty.
Hi, Manny. What's a fun fact?
Patrick Stewart lost 21 pounds for the movie.
Well,
Wow.
So
be careful there, old man.
Yeah.
79-year-old.
being that age. Last time Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman will play these characters, according to them, as of right now. We'll see what happens.
I think Hugh Jackman will, but not as the main character.
Uh,
I don't think Patrick Stewart's coming back.
he thinks that he's now saying that if they want him in a cameo in bringing him back to a younger age again,
like a Deadpool or
yeah,
whatever.
they said that they might do it. The comic books that were shown in the movie were not real comics.
Right.
They're created completely for the movie.
They were
Nice.
they were created for the movie, but the numbers of those comics do coincide with actual events from the comics that were relevant to the movie.
Oh, okay.
Now I can't remember, but yeah, no,
have to look at
the
it.
numbers that were on those comics, they do those stories in those numbers of the real ones coincide with the movie.
Got it. This movie was influenced by the movies The Gauntlet, never heard of that. It's 1977. Paper Moon, 1973. Little Miss Sunshine, 2006.
Awesome movie.
The Wrestler, 2008. The Cowboys, 1972. And Shane, 1953, which was being played.
And that's the speech that she
motel.
gave.
Yes.
Was from
Was
that
from
movie.
that movie, Shane. Yeah.
Yeah. When he at his grave, the speech
Oh,
the little
yeah,
girl
yeah.
gave was from the movie that she watched.
And Charles and Laura are watching Shane in the motel room. That's what they're watching.
And are you going to talk about the movie, Shane?
No, I don't really know a whole lot about it.
It's literally about a cowboy who has to come back from retirement and kill all these people
Okay.
and save this little boy.
They said that Shane was
It's literally the same movie.
very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same
it's
exact
very
movie.
influenced by this this western.
Yeah, I kind of want to watch it if I actually liked westerns, but
Yeah.
it's a thing.
Producer Simon Kinberg said that Kinberg.
Kinsberg.
Kinsberg? Did I miss? I might be missing an S in
I
there.
don't know.
Said it was always their intention to make Wolverine a rated R movie. It had nothing to do with Deadpool, actually.
Oh yeah.
Pull it
Well,
off.
that's good.
Sure.
I think it allowed that studios allowed them to do it, but he always wanted to do a rated R movie.
Oh, okay.
Hugh Jackman took a pay cut in order to make this a rated R film.
Awesome.
Nice.
This is one of them you've already said. Stan Lee did not make a cameo. And this is Daphne King's first film.
Yep. Saw
Yeah.
that.
So with all this kind of wrapping up the storyline of this generation of X-Men,
Yeah.
want to know what you guys think about what's going to come next. We have something. They're still saying that they're going to be working on movies with the younger cast.
Yeah.
Right.
They're doing the Dark Phoenix, right?
They're as of now, it's still up in the air, but they may be calling it Supernova.
There it is.
Yeah.
Nope, that's it.
And it's the Dark Phoenix saga.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody who doesn't know what that is about, it's basically what you've seen hints at throughout the last 17 years of X-Men movies, where Jean Grey loses control over powers and just goes AWOL.
Well, I'm pretty sure, isn't the Dark Phoenix like an entity from space?
Yes, and
Isn't
I'm
that a
curious to
thing?
see whether if they're going to follow that storyline or
Because
not.
they never touched on that in, what was that, 2 or 3? They never
3.
actually brought
3,
that
yeah.
up, but I think they didn't want to
Little bit of
because
2 in them.
we were still back in the day where like we don't want to go too nerdy with this nerdy thing.
Right, exactly.
Let's keep them in black costumes, even though it's 2005.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're gonna recast Logan anytime soon or a Wolverine.
Probably not.
I think
I think so.
they're gonna be banking on X-23, and I do think they're gonna be making an X-23 movie, which would be great. I'm not sure if they will do the little girl. They might age her up
Yeah,
or
they'll have
change the timeline or change the universe, but they will do an X-23 movie, depending if it's the same girl or if it's an older girl. Who knows? But that's what will happen. I don't want to see a new Wolverine. Look, they can fucking every 2 years have a new Batman. As long as I get a new Batman, give it to me. I don't want a new Wolverine right now.
I would, if they completely restarted from scratch all over again, I'd be okay with it.
But I don't even know who I would want.
That's exactly it. You'd have to get a no-namer.
It'd be really tough at the moment to recast
I'm
that.
just trying to think. Like, I don't even know any young guys that I would even want. Like, I don't even know.
So we've had, even though the X-Men movies have had mixed reviews,
Yeah.
they've been pretty successful.
Sure.
And I think the second they're not successful is when they're like, shit, we got to bring Wolverine back. I bet
Yeah.
you that's what's going to happen. It's like, oh, we just lost money on this one.
Well, and now now they can like kind of pause. They have Deadpool 2 coming out.
Yeah.
Which will have Cable, which I really want the guy from Stranger Things to be Cable. Did you hear that rumor?
No, I didn't
the
hear-
sheriff.
The sheriff?
From
Really?
Stranger Things. He's been rumored to play Cable, and I could totally see that.
I'd have to see him with a lot of makeup and like
Yeah,
a new haircut.
in the-
and maybe
in the
we haven't seen
costume.
him buff.
Yeah.
He's not like
I've seen him chubby
Yeah,
in
seen
Stranger
him chubby,
Things.
yeah.
But I like that actor a lot, and I think he would be really good.
Okay, all right, that's interesting.
He was in the newsrooms. That's why
Yeah.
I've always liked him
Yeah, he
since
was
then.
good in
so.
that. Jubilee will be back.
Yes, heck yeah. Come on. Woo!
Nicholas Hoult will possibly be back, which I've never really enjoyed his Beast.
The younger Beast?
Yeah, I preferred him outside of the Beast mode versus Blue.
Beast mode.
Who is
Yeah.
that? Who's that? Not Richard Sherman. That was who's the guy from the Seahawks Beast mode?
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. He's retired now.
That's funny. Sophie Turner, of course, is going to come back.
Lynch.
Yeah, Marshawn Lynch.
There it is.
Brother
Sorry.
Lynch? Oh,
No, not.
Brother Lynch. Elk Grove famous.
Of course, Sophie Turner's coming back.
Nigga nuts and guts and something.
Oh dear.
There you go.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the line.
And something.
Something,
Right.
something.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be fine unless they reboot the whole thing. I think she's
They've
gonna.
got to do some work on her because I did not like her in Apocalypse.
No, she was too flat, and I love she's a great
What
actor.
movie's that?
She's really good in Game of Thrones, especially the last season. There was way more of her last season of Game of Thrones. She was amazing in that movie. Wasn't great. Not good, Bob. Not good.
Was it me or she just can't do an English accent, like an American accent? I meant.
Yeah, it did kind of take me out of it.
I was just like, I can hear Sansa creeping in every once in a while. Like, no, Jean Grey doesn't talk like that.
Same Game of Thrones.
Jon
bitch.
Snow. Professor Xavier. Oh, darn it.
But yeah. So and of course James McAvoy will be back.
I like him as a young.
Yeah, I think it's great.
He does that really good, and he's not bad. None of these are like. That's the thing is all those old. I don't like Jennifer Lawrence. They can take her out.
I think they need to. Yeah, I think she's done though, right? Is
because
she
she costs too
done?
much money.
This guy's clocked
God,
out
I
already.
hope.
She costs too much money.
I want them to scrap everybody. I'm done with all of them.
And that's the thing is all the young cast are fine. They're not wonderful and they're not bad. They're fine.
I think they need to be directed better.
Yeah.
I love Nightcrawler.
Bamf.
The new Cyclops, I thought he was good.
Yes.
He's got this attitude, and I've said it before. He reminds me of a little Tom Hardy. Like the actor, he's like a little baby Tom Hardy, and he's like ready to fucking just start scrapping if he needs to.
Right,
He could basically.
Let's hold the phone here.
Oh dear.
Those are big shoes to fill.
Yes.
You don't just throw Tom Hardy's name around.
He
You
could
know how I feel about
He
that
could
man.
star in a reboot of Inception as young Tom Hardy.
There you go.
No, he could
They
not.
can take it back.
Tom
Who
Hardy
else?
is amazing.
You got Quicksilver did great.
Fassbender is awesome.
He's always good. Yeah. Even
but-
though they
I don't-
underutilized Magneto and
I don't think they're gonna bring him back. Because
they're getting rid of the whole. That was something I actually missed. They're moving away from the Xavier Magneto relationship. That's done. They're gonna want to get away from that.
And yeah, it's just like Jennifer Lawrence. Fassbender and Lawrence are too expensive. They're big movie stars now. Like, you can't afford them if you're having a big budget thing without them being the main focus. And I don't want a Mystique movie. Like, I don't want that.
Not anymore.
Nope.
No.
Maybe if it was
Negativo.
John Stamos' ex-wife, I'll take that.
Oh no.
I can't remember.
Rebecca Romaine.
Yeah.
No.
But bring back Jubilee. Come on. She didn't even get any lines.
No.
But I did like, that was my favorite. Quicksilver was way better than the Avengers.
So good.
So much better than the Avengers. Like,
What do you mean? Oh, then the Avengers Quicksilver. Oh yeah, totally, 100%.
they're the same character,
100%.
which I still don't get because
they share him. They've made they have a contract with Fox and
it's
Disney,
just funny,
and that they can use the character, but they
no, they can't now because they killed him off in the Avengers.
in Avengers they couldn't reference Magneto,
Yes.
and they couldn't reference mutants. They can't say mutants.
No,
and so and then I think. What did they do? They traded characters. Who did they trade characters?
I know. I don't remember either, but yeah, they did trade somebody.
So, anyways, that is our review for Logan. It gives them. I still don't have a stamp sound yet, but I guess we could do our
Ching.
Hardly Heroes.
Ka-ching.
Shitting.
No, Manny's.
Shitting.
Yeah. I thought Aaron was going to do it. Shitting.
Shitting. So bad.
That sounds awesome.
So
Okay.
we have some sidekick mail.
Sidekick mail that we'll try to get through real quick, and we have an iTunes.
We have a thingy.
Yeah.
Sidekick mayo.
Sorry, I'm off.
We have the
Sorry,
soundboard for
I
a
forgot.
reason.
I forgot.
Way to go.
I gotta get-
Rapid fire.
Oh, I
Wait,
actually,
we're doing rapid fire.
no, I
Rapid
accident-
fire news.
I
Rapid
totally-
fire news.
Rapid fire. Rapid fire. Rapid fire news.
I totally accidentally pressed that. Sorry. I apologize.
So what are we doing now?
Sidekick mayo.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, James.
So who is this sidekick mail from?
Okay, first one is coming from our friend, or at least your guys' friend, Black Goat.
Oh,
Black Goat is not your friend.
I guess not, because my name comes after Buddy's and Aaron's now.
Wow.
With
mine usually come last.
about 10 to 12 periods. So let me read this real
I've had
quick.
about 10 to 12 periods in my life.
Once a month. Sidekick for life from the show's friend, Black Goat.
Sure.
What
Greatest of
up,
all time.
Aaron?
Hello.
I like it. Buddy. He uppercased your name, but he didn't yours. Yours is lowercase.
Dick.
And then ... Andy Manuel. He spelled my name wrong.
Who's Andy Manuel?
I don't know.
Emmanuel.
He left an M out. 2 M's, buddy.
It's somebody's a little bitter.
All right, let me read this. First time email sender, long time listener. Oh, shit.
Oh, and I got a tweet from him too. Sorry, I forgot.
Okay, I'm going to try to read this. It cut off the words.
Way to go.
Can you
Yeah,
look
let
it up
me-
on it? All
here,
right.
Hold on a second.
Aaron, read your email real
I
fast.
did, and I do have
Did
a.
it
I
cut
do have
yours
a.
off? No?
Yes.
Wow, this is really bad.
And I have a tweet from Brandon too. A little tweet. He
What's
tweeted
your
us.
tweet?
Okay, I got it up
Tweet,
now.
tweet.
I got it up now.
What's the tweet real fast and then go back to Manny's email?
So Brandon, it's from GoatKicks15 at GoatKicks15 on Twitter. He writes, "Gotta say, at Hardly Heroes 1, ya boy Manny got 1 respect point from me for that hashtag Wu-Tang Forever pick.
Damn straight.
He's still trash though."
Could you imagine this show without me?
Oh no.
Okay, so let me read this email now that I got it up on the screen.
I'll pull mine.
First time email sender, long time listener. Just want to drop a line about last week's episode and maybe give my top 5 albums. I came up with my list based on if I can play through the album without skipping any of the tracks. That's a good way to do it.
That
actually.
is a
Yeah.
really good way.
And also the moments in time the album brings up. The question comes up a lot in my life, and I usually won't make a ranked list, but I will for you three.
Oh,
Damn
thanks,
right.
I'm glad he made me part of that.
Yeah,
three.
The
Put you in
big
there.
three.
Thank you. Also, 2 of my top 5 were already discussed: Morning View and Wu-Tang Forever.
Wu-Tang! Wu-Tang!
Wu-Tang.
So I'm going to take them off my list to add some more variety.
Nice.
Okay.
Variety. I'm not going to add my insight because I know Emmanuel hate long emails. No, that's Buddy, actually. And by the way, I read it correctly.
Good job.
But feel free to judge me. Oh, I can't wait.
You're not even Judy.
Yeah, there you go. First off, my honorable mentions. Justified, Justin Timberlake. I would go with his second album.
Hey, man,
way before
I
the
like
first
some
album.
Justin Timberlake.
A second album.
Yeah.
The, what is it? Love, Sex.
Yes.
Whatever.
Nope, you're totally right.
I don't know.
Oh, that second album was
No,
fucking dope.
he's
First
good.
album was missing a little Timbaland. Was he on Tim? I don't think Timbaland. Yeah. All right. Second honorable mention. It's Dark and Hell is Hot by DMX.
Oh shit.
I listened to a lot of that fucking album when I was in high school.
You gotta listen to that DMX Reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, when me,
You think this a game?
see, when me and
Reading
you,
Rainbow.
when me
My
and you
nigga.
were angry, when me and you were angry in high school, buddy, we listened to Slipknot. He listened to DMX.
Yep.
Yes, there you go.
That's what it was.
Oh yeah. Well, the second album, I believe it was the second album, had Marilyn Manson on it on a song.
Oh dear.
Do you remember?
yeah.
Awesome.
It was the Flesh of My Flesh and Blood of My Blood is the album, I believe. And yeah, Marilyn Manson was on one of those. Okay,
Google it.
so here comes his top 5.
Here it is.
Let's hear it.
All right. 8701 by Usher.
Number 5.
Whoa.
I didn't even know he had an album called 8701.
I didn't.
For
either.
sure.
Okay, so number 4, Camp by Childish Gambino. Yes, I agree. That is a great album.
I don't know that album.
You know Childish Gambino?
Nope.
Donald Glover.
Oh,
He's
I
a
gotcha.
rapper.
Yeah.
My favorite song off, I believe it's that album, is Bonfire.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's a great album. Yes, I agree. And he's getting better and better as he progresses through his rapping career. His first album, sounded like he was biting off a bunch of people, but
Yeah.
he's gotten better at that. Number 3, In Search Of by NERD.
Okay.
Never been a really big NERD fan, but I
no,
can appreciate what they do.
I do know that album's pretty good.
Yeah, I can appreciate what they do. They definitely changed the sound of hip hop out there. They've got their own style. They've got. I love that they use actual instruments at times. So they're at number 2. His number 2, Blueprint, Jay-Z. That's a good one. It's a really good one.
Not Manny's favorite, I'm guessing.
Not Manny's favorite,
dear.
Jay-Z. I've got a couple extra. Yeah, I really wanted to put Jay-Z on my list, but it didn't make it, right? Did it? Just the Watch the Throne. And then the number 1, College Dropout by Kanye West.
That's a good album, though.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
I mean, you gotta admit, that's a good album by
It
Kanye.
is a good album.
I remember when I was in high school.
Hey, Black Goat was at that show as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I got to see more of it than he did.
Yeah, and the
funny.
best part was he sent a Facebook
Oh yeah.
like live video, and it is super funny. You just hear him walking out, and he's like, "We got fucking gypped," and then he's like, "Fuck Kanye," and everybody behind him's all, "Fuck Kanye." But that was pretty fucking funny.
Okay, so the rest of the email. This list is ever evolving. I completely understand. As music should and always will. So if you ask me in a month, it most definitely will be different. But thanks for your time and keep up the good work, fellas. By the way, the new intro is dope as fuck.
Yeah.
Might try to drop a hot 16 myself. Stay trill. The greatest of all time, Black Goat.
Yeah.
All right, look at that. We're gonna have another rap.
Oh, and because before I go into my email, I posted on Facebook about what our fans thought of Logan, and just like every other time, nobody fucking said anything.
Of course.
But I thought it would be irrelevant if I said it next week. So one person responded
Okay.
to what did they think of Logan, and it was Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah left an iTunes review. Don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No.
And so we wrote,
Still.
what did you guys think of the movie?
Yeah.
And then she wrote, I I may have shed a tear.
Yes.
Which is awesome. But the conversation continues. Then Buddy responded to her with, "Is it your favorite X-Men movie?" And then she responded to Buddy, "It's the only one I've seen."
So bad.
Wow.
So yes. So the answer is yes. It's her favorite X-Men movie.
Yeah. 10
Because
out of
it's-
10 for her.
I love it.
Sounds like Tyler's not doing his job.
Yeah, I feel bad for her, though, because they set the bar way too high.
Oh,
Better bring that down about 15 pegs.
Do not watch X-Men Origins Wolverine next.
Oh,
Just
God.
don't do it.
Yeah, watch the last one, then watch the first one.
Yeah. That's super funny. So we have one more
One more
sidekick.
email.
And are you going to do the review?
Yeah.
After?
You pull it up while he's reading the
I
email.
already got it.
I knew it. Okay, so this one's from Jeremy. This one's just labeled NRB.
Really?
And NRB. I thought I would get more of a reaction.
NRB.
No, he's busy.
I know.
I was pulling
can't
it
do-
up.
He can't do
said you
two
already
things
had
at
it.
once. It's fine. Okay, the email goes on with, "It was cool that you brought up NRB. I have a copy of that CD. I had a copy of that CD back when I used to be a DJ. I would always play tracks, a track or two from that CD. People would always ask me who that was, and I would tell them and then burn them a copy."
And this is Jeremy.
Jeremy, yeah,
Jeremy Moore.
from
The fuck did he go to a show? I don't
I think
remember.
I might have given him one. I
No
bet I would
shit.
have. I think I bet I would have burned. I bet I burned him one.
Is this the only album out there of NRB?
No.
Yeah, Ludax and Michael
Oh, yeah.
Quantz. Then there was a they were working on a sophomore album, and it had 4 songs on, which was Gravy Leg,
Yes.
Strong Belief,
Oh, Gravy Leg.
Strong Beliefs, Pain Relief. Pain Relief was
Relief.
dope, and there was one other one.
So,
And those are probably their best.
So if you're wondering what Gravy Leg is, it's like if you're on a date with a girl and you get nervous and you're on a Ferris wheel, and you get really nervous and a little bit of poop comes out and then it goes down your leg.
Gravy Leg.
I can't really
I think
say
that's the exact description. I remember that.
Gravy Leg.
I don't think that's ever happened to me. I don't know. Does that happen to you guys?
Gravy Leg.
I mean, doesn't that always happen to you on a Ferris wheel with a significant other?
So,
Gravy Leg.
is he the only one with recorded music of NRB? Or is it...
My brother?
Or this
guy.
the guy?
Oh,
who just
no,
joined?
I have an album.
Oh, you do? We should fucking play some shit.
Hey, well, I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Gravy Leg.
Bring it in.
I'll bring in some Gravy Leg. And there's
I've heard
this-
so much about this fucking band,
Right?
and I haven't heard anything. I just want to
know.
hear. I want to listen.
So
I want to
I
listen.
want to enjoy with everybody else.
let me keep going.
I'm
with
open-
I can't believe he had that and was giving it out. That's pretty badass.
So the email continues. I still DJ from time to time and still play it. The look on people's faces is great. Keep up the good work. I will be writing an iTunes review soon.
Nice, Jeremy. That's badass. Still living on the NRB.
Isn't that awesome? I love
And
it.
I would love to hear what tracks it is that you play. Church is one of my favorite songs off that album.
I bet he probably has the old one, but I wouldn't be surprised if he has both. If he
yeah,
has
and
the fourth
Blame. That was a
from-
good one.
Yeah. So I don't remember any of them,
But
but
NRB Left You Slayed. There's some good, like,
it's a very unique
I come
sound.
with the joint, come correct.
Man,
like
it's a
just
very
weird shit.
unique sound.
Oh,
I'll just
yeah.
say
Hey,
that.
I'm open-minded. I want to hear this. We've been talking about
I
this
know.
for, what, like 30 episodes now?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
So
Love to hear it.
no, that's badass. I'm glad you're keeping the NRB still playing, still bumping.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah.
So what's this old iTunes review there,
All right,
buddy?
so we got a new iTunes review.
I love it.
It says hashtag reviews don't work
Not true.
from Dirt McGirt.
That's a great, dirt
5-star
name.
review.
Okay.
Thank you.
Goes, I have never been a huge podcast listener, but I've really enjoyed the show. The low number of gags and majority of the time developed to the actual topics at hand, saying, and then absolutely loved the video games and the judgment. I will have to agree that Sprinkles pick of saying Pokemon was a phenomenal game, like he's agreeing with you. All jokes aside, I'm inspired by the show. Creating something, anything, is so difficult because doing nothing is just so much easier, which that was really badass.
This is true.
Yeah.
I'm impressed this week, or I'm impressed. This is why I should read them beforehand.
That's okay.
You guys are doing something that I love, and I share it with you guys. One more thing, Buddy has the worst farts. Like, seriously, he might be dying inside.
I
I
believe
think
it.
so, yeah.
Well, not
Get
worse
that
than
checked
mine.
out. Dirt.
Mine are bad.
Dirt McGirt.
Hers,
All right.
oh, Dirt McGirt.
Thank you, Dirt.
Thanks, McGirt. Mr.
McGirt.
Does
McGirt.
anybody know who Dirt McGirt is?
No,
I know.
I don't know who Dirt McGirt.
I used to hear that, like I think Old Dirty Bastard called
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
dear.
So,
Yeah.
So wait, ODB wrote
From
a
the
review
grave?
on. That's crazy.
I know, right?
My gosh.
I might have changed
Thanks,
his name,
ODB.
but I don't really care.
Okay.
Sorry, Clayton.
Oh,
I changed your name.
That's who it is. Okay, I get
It was really Clayton, but I wanted to go with Dirt McGirt because
Dirt
I like
McGirt.
that name,
it's a good name.
right? He had a clothing line that went under Dirt McGirt.
Baby Jesus.
So,
He also went by that name.
Really?
Baby
I thought only the baby Jesus went by baby Jesus.
Are we done?
yeah.
I think. Yeah,
So, anybody want to ride with me on Saturday? I'll be riding around downtown
on a
BMX live.
BMX bike.
You guys have a good night.
Wait, where can they find us?
Oh yeah, we didn't.
Yeah,
We didn't do that last
was
week
bad.
either.
Did we forget? Well, we went like super over.
I know, but we still didn't say it.
Okay, so everybody can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Hardly Heroes.
This is true.
They can find us on Twitter at Hardly Heroes.
One.
And you can email us at hardlyheroes@gmail.com.
This is all true.
Yeah, you guys see ya. Have a good night.
See ya.
Bye.